Hello everyone, Claus here, and today guys I'm going to review one of my mocks, so one of my Bionicle creation, and in fact it was based on one of Shadow's body frames, so I can say that all credit goes to him because I just take the main frame and added some details and also of course brought my own color scheme. So well, let's start. So first the legs. So we're going to begin with the foot. So on all the foot, I'm going to add a technique beam in there, like that, and link this thing thanks to some little axles. I choose to do this thing to first cover the empty space of the older foot and also to add the black part, which will really be a part of the color scheme, which will be white, yellow or kit orange and black. So that's why I choose to add this part to add some other black parts. Now I'm going to add a wacky leg, and as you can see I have already 2 pins on it, which will be useful to add another technique beam, but this time a kit orange one, and once again it's quite useful to make the leg bulkier and also to add some more kit orange to the overall color scheme. Now I'm going to add a double connector, a small one, plus of course a pin. Then I'm going to add an Inika shoulder armor, if I can say so, right there. And well, my leg is finished, so now I've got 2 legs. I'm going to link them thanks to well, the waist part or the hips part, which will be made with first a wacky waist part. Then I'm going to put this axle right there. Add a kit orange connector, and finally, for some details, I'm going to add a slicer or robot foot in there, thanks to the axle hole. Just have now to link my 2 legs, which are the same, on the ball joints, right there, and now I have all the legs part done. So now I'm going to link the body, which will be made with one wacky leg and then a Glatorian head. And well, I'm just going to let it like that for now, because now I'm going to build the 2 arms. So first, I'm going to take a Glatorian hand, add a ball joint in there, and link the ball joint on a double connector, like that. So now the 2 parts are linked. I'm going to add a pin, then another Inika tight armor. Well, here of course it's used on the arms. It will be put like that. Then I'm going to add a metal arm right there. A black pin, which of course is, as you can see, one side pin, the other side is an axle. On it I'm going to link a Baroque eye in white. And finally, so I've got my 2 arms made, I'm going to link them on a double connector, like that. And now I'm going to take back my body. I'm going to put this like that, so that the axle holes are on the pinholes. And now I'm going to add a third part, which will be this metal whip cage. So as you can see, I've put all the parts like that, and now it's time to link them thanks to these parts, which are some axle of 3 plus studs at the top of it. And it will be quite useful because it will prevent the axle from moving, or from falling due to the pinhole, excuse me. And the second one, which will go right there. And as you can see the axle here, so it all goes through. And now I have the upper part of the body finished. I'm just going to link these 2 parts like that, so a ball joint and a connector. Like that. And well, now you've got the original model finished. So well, that is the character in its initial form. but then the guy kind of evolved because first he got a disease. So he tried to repair himself. So of course I'm talking about the storyline right there, the storyline of this Smog. And well, then when he finished repaired himself, he was he added some more parts in his body, and so this means he got some light right there. Then, because the guy is a scientist, he decided that to study the world in a better way, he should have kind of a tool, and he decided to make a mask, an helmet for himself, and so he got this helmet, which of course is a Stormer helmet. And here we go. We got the final version of the character right now. So, I'm thinking it's time maybe for a little turnaround. So maybe I'm going to just put the legs in some way, like that. Turn around, then articulations, and then that will be all, guys, for this review. So, in terms of articulation, well, first the legs, of course, it's all mounted on ball joint, so you can move these things the way you want without any big problems. Then on the knees section, you can move these things up to this point. So once again, I think you can move it up to the maximum. There is no problem. And then for the foot, this time, well, a little problem because of course it touched the technique beam. But apart from that, it's all near perfect, if I can say so. So no problems for the articulation. Then on the waist part, you got one ball joint, but which can just be turned in one direction. Well, a little on the sides, but just a little, not that much. Then for the arms, you got one ball joint, which is also quite okay, except the fact that because of this part, it will touch the connector like that. So, well, you can keep on moving the arm, but of course, the Baroque eye will move by itself. So, well, a little problem maybe, but overall, apart from that, it's quite okay. Then on the shoulders, well, you can turn this thing up to 90 degrees, as you can see, a little more than 90 degrees, by the way. But you can also turn this on the side, so, well, once again, a little limited, but okay. But what is really limited is, of course, the hands, because the hands are directly linked on the same ball joints as the arms. So, of course, you can just turn the thing like that, but that's all. You can't really do that much with the hands. And finally, the head itself, which can be turned in all the way you want. So, see, no big problems with that. And so, that sums up the articulations for this Smog. So, now I'm going to maybe put the guy in some pose like that, well, in a warrior fighter pose, even if he's more like a scientist guy than a warrior, but well, still. And so, well, that's all, guys. So if you want to sum up, well, it's quite hard to sum up my own mock, even if, like I said, the frame was first made by Shadow, so this means the legs, the body, and the arms were kind of made by Shadow at first. I just decided to add my own color schemes and add some other elements like this parts or this one's like here, but of course there was not that much to say, so it's quite a cool mod because, well, I think it's pretty well articulated. The only big problem, seriously, is in terms of design, because in some shot you will notice that this part is really thin, maybe too thin if you look on the, well, maybe just too thin, in fact. So, well, it might look not that good on some angle, but seriously, apart from that and apart from the lack of articulations for the hand, which can be a little problem, it's really a good mod, guys. So you should try to make it one yourself, because it's quite easy to make and it works quite fine. So, well, that's all. I don't really have any big problem with this type of mod, but once again, I'm not going to review mods with tons of problems. I do not really think that's the point. So, well, if you have any comments or criticism or stuff like that, or questions also, feel free to ask them. I will happily answer them. And of course, once again, you can find instructions, or at least the photos, picture gallery, in the description of this video, of course. And, well, I think that's all, guys. So, hope you enjoyed this video review, and, well, see you later for another video reviews. Bye bye.